after the Mumbai terror attacks, India has asked the United States to fast-track this request so that the weapons can quickly be added to India's arsenal against any eventuality.
And they work on the principle of they're GPS guided, and they have what is called, these are also called sensor fused weapons. Therefore, their accuracy is very good compared to the older versions.
On paper, the government has declared it will use the weapons to enhance its defensive capabilities. But cluster bombs are known primarily for their destructive and indiscriminate power against large swaths of unmapped area. So why does India really need these so urgently?
Every Air Force has its own weapons inventory which it has to maintain to be able to take care of its wartime requirements, mission requirements, and so on and so forth.
India's urgent request is being processed rapidly by the Pentagon and could well be a parting shot from the Bush administration. With Tavleen Singh in Delhi, Shiv Aroor, Headlines Today.
Whether it's Kargil, the attack on Parliament, the attack on Indian Embassy in Kabul, or this latest attack in Mumbai.
Look, to take the war option is extraordinarily difficult and dangerous because we are both nuclear powers. This is not the age of 65, this is not the age of 71, this is not even really the age of Kargil. And one of the reasons why Kargil stopped when it did was when America called up the Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif and said, stop it, cool it, ease it, because, you know, when escalation starts in a war, how quickly it will escalate into a nuclear war, nobody ever knows, because, you know, sanity is not necessarily the most closely observed virtue in wartime. So we take care, but there are many options outside war. I mean, we've just taken a diplomatic offensive. We need an economic offensive. We need to get... one of the problems we have had is that we have not really used our friendships and relationships in the neighborhood and strengthened them to the point. Today, we could have done with help from Iran, couldn't we? But unfortunately, for one reason or the other, we have allowed our relationship to Iran, with Iran, to decay because of, you know, American intervention in our foreign policy. There are, I think economic pressure is very important. I think also there has to be a very cold message to Pakistan that we want no relations. Freeze everything on the ground. We want no relations until this thing is addressed. I tell you one thing, nation and relations between nations can survive war. It has happened all across the world. I think it is very difficult for national relations to survive terrorism. And this is really something that, you know, Pakistan
India needs to send an
Pakistani
extremely strong message. You're absolutely right. We need to send a strong message to Pakistan. Enough is enough. Close all relations, close shop. Let's not discuss anything as long as Pakistan stops abetting terror. Well, we've just run out of time. Wish we could continue this conversation further, but Mr. M.J. Akbar and Romesh Bhandari, thank you very much for joining us on this debate. India needs to act and act decisively. Keep watching Headlines Today.
ये कोई इत्तेफाक नहीं, एक प्रेत आत्मा का साया है।